gorgeous, welcome back to my channel, and don't forget, if you're new here, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And if you are new here, thank you again for all your continued support. Today we are going to go ahead and unbox and swatch the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. So this one is eyeshadow palette. It does come with this lovely kind of like a slip cover, if you will. That's out of the cardboard, and once we remove that, we do see here the iconic blood sugar with the nice vegan leather alternative. It even smells good. And then we do have these gorgeous little locking mechanisms here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open her up. Ready for this? Anticipation. All right, and so there we have the nice shade range. Again, each of these pressed eyeshadows does have a little design pushed or pressed right into the pan itself. Most of them are the Jeffree Star logo, which I absolutely love. I feel like it's just little endorsements of the brand every time. We also have the little Jeffree Star medical logo right here, which I think is very cute. Now the only two that are different, that don't have the Jeffree Star logo, instead have like a medical icon or symbol, is this one, which is coma, and this one here, which is the literal prick. All right. So I am gonna go ahead and start swatching these. We're gonna go ahead and start at the top with this stark white and work our way over. We're gonna start here with glucose. Now I'm just gonna get my pointer finger right in there, get it all nice and coated. As you can see, E.T. is gone home. All right, and we're gonna swatch it right across. Whoops, almost dropped the palette. Oh, that would have been bad. I would have cried. Oh my gosh. All right, so it is a bright, stark white color. It would be a beautiful, beautiful highlight. Great addition. I am a sucker for a good, bright, stark white, something that's not chalky, that's gonna last, and that the pigment transfers over very well. In this case, it absolutely does. All right, so up next, number 2 in the top row is gonna be this one called Sugarcane. So let's go ahead and get that all swatched nice and in there. Again, the finger's nice and coated. And we're gonna go ahead and just swipe it over there. So you guys should be able to see that. Nice pretty colors. Third in the list is going to be Cake Mix. So Cake Mix is, again, gonna go right underneath right here. And again, most of these are matte shades, which is actually quite nice. All right, so fourth on the list is gonna be Ouch. And Ouch is gonna go right in here. Now, so far these are pretty straightforward. They're just, I would say, your base nude colors. It's something that you would put all over your lid to get started. Again, I mean, you could do that with the very first one, the glucose, but again, it would be a very bright color. So I would say it's more of a highlight. All right, so next up is our first shimmer, and this one is called Donor. And that shimmer, I know you can see it as soon as I swatched it, that shimmer comes right over. Absolutely every time. That is pigment all the way through. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're talking about this one right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, last in the top row, at the very least, is Intravenous. Yes, I know big words. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and swatch that one right there. And it is surprisingly more of a bright red than I was expecting. Or, I'm sorry, not a bright red, but again, it is a brighter brown color than I was expecting. You could definitely see there is some red tones in it. It looks much darker in the pan than it does on my arm. See that vibrancy? Don't get me wrong, absolutely beautiful, full coverage, completely matte. The color stayed throughout the entire swatch on all of these. Beautiful, beautiful shades. Now we get to start here and work our way over. So next up, we're gonna start with candy floss. Candy floss sounds fun, I don't know. So we are gonna go ahead and, yeah, let's go ahead and do it right under here. So candy floss is again another shimmer. It is a very light pink color. It is there on my skin, though it may be harder to see. Let's see if I can get it to show up for you guys. There you go. Can you all see that? That light pink color there, that's candy floss. It is again very beautiful. I would say it's something for more of a blending color when you want to blend up to your brows and kind of just fade the brighter colors, or if you want to use it as a light highlight. It might be pretty under eye, we'll have to see. Maybe that's something we can try. So next up on the second row is Tongue Pop. We're gonna put it right underneath candy floss. And it is definitely a bright difference. This one is much more peachy toned. It might look kind of orange in my light. I'm not sure what's going on there, but on my skin, looking up close, it is absolutely a peach. Like, think of a peach color, that is peach. All right, so third up on the list is another shimmer, and this one is going to be Sweetener. Oops, I didn't coat my finger very well. That was my fault. All right, oh, that one's really pretty. That one reminds me of one of their, of Jeffree's Supreme Frost highlighter colors. It is very, very beautiful. Reminds me of peach. Yeah, it reminds me of Peach Goddess a little bit. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna use that as my highlighter. Ooh, pretty. Now this one I am excited for. This one, the next one, is going to be Cavity. And it's this very pretty, very pigment, bright pink color. Look at that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In a prior videos, I did review a Morphe palette that also contained a bright pink color. This one is definitely more pigmented than that. It stands out much more. It's definitely one swipe full coverage, as you can see by my swatches here. So it's not something you're gonna have to continuously work at and build up. So I would highly recommend it. Now that's gonna complete it for this arm, even though I'm still on the second row over here. Right there, we still have 2 more to go in the second row, but I'm gonna go ahead and start over here on this arm. So this one is gonna be O positive. Now I know the O's are the universal, but I forget, is it O positive that's the universal donor, or is that O negative? If you guys don't know what your personal blood type is, I do highly recommend going and getting it tested next time you're at the doctor, or next time you see any of those blood drives. They will test it for you and let you know what you are. Because you never know when information like that will come in handy. Here's hoping that you or a loved one will never need it, but I do always recommend that you have your own medical information handy. So there it is. It's this really pretty, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's because it looks almost like a gray nude in the pan, but it's not gray at all in the skin. It's just this nice, like, I want that in a lipstick. That would be gorgeous. It's beautiful, it really is. All right, anyway. So, last for the second row is going to be Root Canal. Never fun. But let's go ahead and do Root Canal. Got it all coated. It's this really pretty purple. And we're gonna go ahead and swatch that right underneath. So I feel like now we've made the transition more into the cooler tones. We went from these sort of, well, the highlighter here into the nude colors. Then we had a few pink moments, and now we're getting into more of the blue ranges, I feel like. Or at least a few of them. Now, we're gonna go ahead, that completes row number 2. So we've done all of these. We've done Glucose, Sugar Cane, Cake Mix, Ouch, donor, intravenous, candy floss, tongue pop, sweetener, cavity, O positive, and root canal. So next up, we're gonna start here with prick and work our way over. Let's go. Wrong finger. Wrong finger. So we're gonna go ahead and start with prick. I'm gonna get my finger all nice and coated there. See, it's this really vibrant, like cherry red, I would call it. Get my finger more coated on there. There we have it. So at least on my finger, maybe I just didn't push hard enough, it looks lighter on the swatch than it does in the pan, which, judging with my experience with Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the pigment that you see in the pan is generally what you get. So I'm gonna say that was user error, that's my fault, and I probably just didn't push far enough. But as you can see, it is still highly pigmented across it. It just looks a bit more of a lighter red than more of the cherry red that I was thinking it would have been. Speaking of cherries, the next color in the last row is actually called a cherry soda. That's funny, I really honestly didn't even notice that. Okay, so cherry soda is up next. So we're gonna get my finger all nice and coated. You can see there, and we're gonna put it right here. Now that's more of what I was expecting with prick. And again, I'm pretty sure it's my finger because now suddenly they're magically taking 2 coats when that shouldn't be a thing. So I am just gonna make sure that my fingers are very, very coated for the next few swatches, as we have 4 left. In the last row is gonna be called Fresh Meat. And it's, oh gosh, it's this one right here, Fresh Meat. Ooh, that one's like a, I'm gonna call it like a pretty pomegranate. Oh, that is like a blood red. That is very, very pretty. So you can definitely see here, I feel like we have more of the base colors with a bit of the contour and a couple vibrants here. And then here we have like the color, the pops of color, this is what's gonna get your attention and have you stand out kind of colors, the things that I love, the things that I live for. All right, so 4th on the bottom row is this one here. Whoops, I can count. This one here called Blood Sugar. I said, my blood sugar's dropping. I'm hangry. All right, so we're getting it all nice and on that finger. Ooh la la, it's so smooth on there. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to use some brushes and get in there and dig. Oh God. All right, so here we go, Blood Sugar. That is a beautiful shimmer red. Oh my God, the pigment there is gorgeous. I want that in a lipstick. Let's make that happen. Can we make that happen? I want Blood Sugar in a lipstick. Oh my God, I mean, I know I can use it, the eyeshadow, as a lipstick, but I want an actual formulated lipstick in that color. Does that make sense? Anyway, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, we have 2 colors left. 2 colors, that's it. So first off, we have Extraction. Let's go ahead and get that all taken care of. So smooth, it honestly, it just feels like, I want to say cotton, but just kind of a funny like side story. I have a family member who doesn't like the feel of anything cotton or like cotton balls. So when I say, oh, it feels like cotton, I immediately think of her going, nope, not gonna touch it. Nope, keep it away. So I don't want to say it feels like cotton, but it really, it's so lightweight. Just, ugh. All right, so here we have, what did I say this one was? Extraction. So here we have Extraction. It kind of reminds me of the color up here, but it's just a bit more pink rather than purple. And lastly, last but most definitely never ever least, we have here Coma. We went ahead and have it all covered on our fingers. And lastly, we're gonna go ahead and swatch that beauty right there. Now, it's gotta be my swatches because I can feel when I'm not pressing as hard. So that's, I think it is definitely my fault, but you can see If I don't press hard on my skin, on my arm, the pigment does tend to fade. Actually, I'm gonna try that again over here just to be safe. I'm a lefty, so my right hand doesn't have as much strength to do the testing and stuff, so I've kind of noticed throughout my time doing these swatching videos, it looks like I got my finger in a color there, that my right hand doesn't swatch as well as my left, so maybe I will just start coating the front and backs of my arms and up, down, left, right, like maybe I'll start doing it like up here or do some designs, I don't know. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do Coma just right underneath here and see if this, yeah, see, that holds over so much better than that one. So again, those two are the same color. They are the Coma, just one is a nicer swatch than the other because again, I am left-handed, so my swatches are always nicer on my right arm. But there you have it, that is the Blood Sugar palette. Do I recommend it? Absolutely, of course. Now you can pick this up, I believe, on beautylish.com, and I'll try to find the link there for you. It's also sold at Morphe online and in stores at your local Morphe store. It can be picked up there, as well as the Jeffree Star Cosmetics online store. So I will put all of those links down at the bottom if you are curious in order to pick this one up yourself. I know it is highly sought after and usually sells out within, I'm gonna say it, it sells out within minutes. So if you find it in a store, pick it up because girl, let me tell you, it's gonna be hard to find. So I am so thankful I got my hands on this. You guys honestly have no idea what it means to me. So again, that is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Sugar palette. Again, I am not endorsed. I don't have any sort of affiliate codes at this time. This is just me and my honest reviews. I love the pigments here. I love that we get a range of colors. Like I said, we have highlights, we have our base nudes, we have shimmers, we have satins, we have the full coverage, we have a few vibrant colors, we have some cooler tones here, we have more of the red tones here. Honestly, you get it all. And when I first saw these, I thought to myself, I never ever wear any sort of pinks, like pink eyeshadows, because to me they always made me look kind of tired and sad by the end of the day, and it turns out that I just wasn't using quality products. So again, with beauty on a budget standards, this palette is a bit pricey, but you get such a range with it that honestly, if you're someone who loves the bright and the pinks and the reds and the purples, it is a palette for you that if you're gonna save up for it, make a larger purchase, make it worth it. It needs to be a product that lasts, it needs to be a product that is highly pigmented, and it needs to be a product that has long wear. This is absolutely it. This is gorgeous. All right, so with that being said and that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Let's create a little look. I know I got some brown vibes going on here, some nudes and gold and everything else, but you know what? I think we can do a really good look with these colors, and I'm gonna even try to throw the pops of color in there as well. So, with that being all said and taken care of, let's go ahead and get my Jeffree Star Morphe brushes, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with, I can't decide if I should start with the JS4, which is gonna be the Fly High. 5, you know what, I'm gonna start with the 5, the Crease Queen brush. So JS5, let me find my 5. Did I happen to grab 5? I grabbed 6. Okay, 5, here we go. So I'm gonna start with JS5, the Crease Queen brush. And honestly, judging by these, I really don't know where to start. I just really want to play and I want to create, and I don't even want to think about it. Now my eyelids are already primed and ready to go. It's been sitting this entire time, but let's go ahead and do, oh goodness. I'm gonna start with Sugarcane. Yeah, I'm gonna start with number 2, which is Sugarcane. And I'm just gonna apply that all over. with, without. Now there, I know there's only a slight difference in color, but remember, this is just the base. This is just the all over color. And I am going in pretty lightly with it. I'm not gonna make it super dark because I wanna put the other colors on top of this as well. And there we have it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do cherry soda here. So I'm gonna get that all on the brush. Maybe I'm weird, I don't know, but because these are pressed with the Jeffree Star logo, I like to start in the corners just to kind of keep that impression a little bit longer. So I am gonna just start a little bit above my crease because I do have the hooded eye. There we are, there's cherry soda, guys. And can I just say, oh my God, these brushes, I can already tell you, these Jeffree Star Morphe collab brushes, they're gonna blend like a dream. I absolutely recommend it if you can find, if you can get your hands on them, definitely go ahead and do so. Now one side should basically match the other. And again, we are gonna blend this out in just a few moments with a different color. It's JS6, my Rule Blender. And let's go ahead and do, you know what? I'm really curious about this, which one was this one? The Sweetener, I believe it was. Yes, let's go ahead and do Sweetener. So I'm gonna get my brush all nice and coated with Sweetener. Again, I'm always start at the corners. We don't have a lot of fallout on the product, and again, I am just going to blend in little circles, always trying to go upward. And basically, we're just blending out those edges so they're not as harsh. And there's a nice little mix of color there. So we have one blended in with the other. A little bit of harshness right there, that's all right. Okay. So at this point, I need to deepen my lids. So you'd go deepening by doing a darker color. So for the darker color I'm gonna use today, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this extraction color. My other little brush here. Get that little coverage on there. And we're just gonna go right in that crease right there. If you guys can see that, we're gonna go ahead and go right in there. And if you can see the difference, it does make my lids just look that much more inset. There's that much more depth to it. And again, so we have our base color all over, so everything has the same color tone to sit upon. We then did the crease, then we did the blend out to my brow bone, we did the blend out to my brow bone, and then we added our little in-depth color right there. Now some of you may be wondering, how do you really get the cut crease? Sorry, you guys use concealer for that. So I am just gonna go ahead back in and use my concealer over my lids to really get the shape of the eyelid that I want. You guys can see here, one side has concealer, one side does not. I want you to notice, even though the shape may not be perfect yet, how clean the lines look here versus how sloppily it looks on this side. And that's the difference. All right, so there we have it. Everything is nice and concealed. Let's go ahead and make sure it's all set in there and there's no weird, like, I don't know, liquid wet spots on it. All right, so now, I'm really curious about this donor color. No, you know what, I take that back. I totally take that back. I am curious about the literal namesake of this palette, the Blood Sugar. Let's go ahead and throw on the Blood Sugar, which is this color right here. Go ahead and tap that. There's not a whole lot of fallout, which of course is preferable. We're not wasting product. And I'm just gonna go right on in there and apply this color. Define the eye. Now for the highlight, I do want to go ahead and take my flat high brush, and honestly I'm just going to go ahead and go right on into the glucose color. Oh, this glucose does have a bit of fallout. That's alright. I'm just going to add it right to the corners of my eye here. Now you can see by using this big fluffy brush, I got some on my lid too, and that's alright because now it looks all nice and blended. Now if you didn't want any on your eyelid itself, you just wanted it literally in the corner of your eye, you'd have used a smaller pointer brush. I knew that that was going to happen and I absolutely love it. I just want to take my finger and I'm just going to blend it in just a little bit right there because it's my own face and I can. And there we have it. Now, give me just a moment. Let me go ahead and apply some liner and lashes and we'll be done. And we're back. So here we have the lashes on, we have the liner, and just our final look with the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette along with the nude lipstick here at the bottom, and then I use the Jeffree Star Morphe collab brushes to apply the face. Alright guys, so if you like this video, again, don't forget to hit that like button as well as leave me comments of what you would like me to do, unbox or review or check out later. And as well, if you have any pictures or social media that you would like to upload or leave me, please feel free to do so. I would love to be inspired by you. Alright guys, so take care and bye. Mwah.